Make yourself comfortable, my friend. Turn off that generator. Actually, no, leave 'em on. Any PA no get your back. This one a story of a boy from Ajigunlay, where dreams are plenty but light is scarce, and every hustle is a prayer whispered to the Lagos sky. His name was Aladdin. Not the cartoon one with the flying carpet. Forget that Oyinbo version. This Aladdin day sell phone chargers and cracked screen protectors for Ajigunlay market. The boy sabi hustle the way fish sabi swim. Every evening, when the sun day paint Lagos orange and gold, Aladdin go climb the zinc rooftop of him mama house. From up there, the skyline of Victoria Island they shimmer like another planet. Close enough to see, far enough to break your heart. One day, he go whisper to himself. One day, now my own lights go shine past all of them. And you know what? When a boy from Ajigunlay talk like that, either madness they come, or destiny. Now, every story get that moment when trouble walk in wearing expensive clothes. For this one, trouble came in the form of Malam Jafar, a man whose agbada cost more than 3 houses on Aladdin Street combined. Jafar strolled through the dusty roads of Ajigunlay like a king inspecting a kingdom that disgusted him. The kind of man who smiled with his mouth but never with his eyes. Even the goats moved out of his way, and Ajigunlay goats no day fear anybody. His eyes swept the market like a searchlight until they landed on Aladdin. Quick hands, sharp mouth, fearless. And something behind Jafar's smile shifted, the way a snake adjusts before it strikes. "Young man," Jafar said, his voice smooth like honey poured over broken glass. "I have a small business opportunity for someone with your talents." "The way this man talk, you go sell your mama's cooking pot and thank him for the privilege," Aladdin's mother warned him. She said, "My son, when a rich man come find poor man for night, now the poor man go carry the load." Wisdom, that one. But hunger get a way of making wise words sound like background noise. And so Aladdin followed. Because when your belly day talk, your brain day whisper. And belly, my friend, belly always wins that argument. Midnight. The kind of darkness where even your own shadow abandon you. Jafar led Aladdin to an old warehouse near the lagoon, the type of building that survivors of colonial times left behind, now crumbling and full of secrets. But beneath the warehouse, that is where the story changed forever. A hidden chamber, ancient as the land itself, with walls covered in symbols that no living person could read. The air was thick with something older than Lagos, older than Nigeria, older than memory. In the center, sitting on a stone pedestal, like a small king on a throne, was an oil lamp. Not the fancy kind, the kind your great-grandmother would have used. Rusted, humble, but glowing with a light that had no business being there. "Bring me that lamp," Jafar commanded, and the sweetness in his voice had finally evaporated. When Aladdin hesitated, the ground above sealed shut. Trapped, betrayed, and the only company he had was darkness, dust, and one mysterious lamp. Now, if you were trapped underground with no phone, no light, and no way out, what would you do? Pray? Cry? Call Lastma? Aladdin did the only thing that made sense. He picked up the lamp and rubbed it, because at that point, what in him get to lose? What happened next? Let me tell you, the whole chamber exploded with blue light. Not the blue of sky or ocean, the kind of blue that belongs to another realm entirely. Smoke poured from the lamp like 1,000 years of patience finally exhaling, and from that smoke emerged Zubairu, a towering African spirit draped in ancient royal attire, glowing with a blue aura that made the chamber walls tremble. His presence filled the room the way a thunderstorm fills the sky. Completely, unapologetically, Aladdin's mouth fell open. His legs forgot their job. If you had told this boy 5 minutes ago that spirits were real, he would have laughed. He was not laughing now. Zubairu looked down at Aladdin the way a grandfather looks at a child who has wandered into the wrong room. "Small boy," he rumbled, his voice echoing like drums in a cathedral. "You have awakened me, and for this, I owe you 3 wishes. But, and when a genie say but, you better listen. There are rules. You cannot wish for more wishes. That one is obvious, but you people always try. You cannot bring back the dead, and you absolutely, under no circumstances, cannot wish for suya that does not finish." "That last one," Zubairu said with genuine sorrow. "I tried it myself 3,000 years ago. It destabilized the entire kingdom of Benin. We don't talk about it." Aladdin didn't waste time with small wishes. No, give me a new phone or fix NEPA for my street. No, no, no. This boy looked a 3,000-year-old spirit dead in the eye and said, "I want to be the richest man in Lagos." And just like that, KPAM, the world rearranged itself. A mansion on Banana Island appeared like God pressed copy-paste. Luxury cars lined the driveway like a dealership had a nervous breakdown. Palm trees, swimming pool, generator that never stops, the full package. Aladdin stepped out in a navy blue senator outfit, looking like money had personally adopted him. The boy who sold phone chargers yesterday was now front-page news. Lagos, a city that has seen everything, did not know what to do with this information. Back in Ajigunlay, people gathered around the kiosk television, their eba growing cold as they watched the news. "Is that not Aladdin?" one woman asked. "The charger boy?" Nobody answered because nobody believed their own eyes. And that, my friend, is how Act 1 ends, with a boy who got everything he ever wanted and a city that was about to learn the price. Act 2 begins with money and all the relatives that come with it. Within 1 week, Aladdin had 17 cousins he had never met, 4 uncles who suddenly remembered his birthday, and a WhatsApp group called Aladdin Family Blessings, with 236 members. The Owambi invitations came like rain in June. Every Saturday, another party, another Aso Ebi, another DJ shouting spray am, while Aladdin threw Naira notes like confetti at a funeral for common sense. He moved different now. Convoy of SUVs, bodyguards who called him Ogre, champagne that cost more than a teacher's annual salary. Lagos high society welcomed him the way a python welcomes a rat, with open arms and hidden intentions. But back in Ajigunlay, his old friends would call and the phone would ring out. Not because Aladdin was busy. He was, but busy doing what? Attending a yacht party with people who could not spell his real name. Wealth had given him everything except the people who actually knew him. And at night, in that Banana Island mansion, with 16 bedrooms and 0 conversation, Aladdin would sit by the window and stare at the same Lagos skyline he used to dream about. Funny thing about dreams, sometimes when they come true lonely. Then came the Abuja Charity Gala, the kind of event where politicians donate publicly what they stole privately. Crystal chandeliers, champagne fountains, and enough hypocrisy to power a small city. And there, standing like a question mark in a room full of exclamation points, was Princess Amina, daughter of a former governor, raised in marble halls, but somehow allergic to everything those halls stood for. She wore an emerald gown that made the chandeliers jealous. Their eyes met across the room, and for the first time since he rubbed that lamp, Aladdin felt something that money could not manufacture. Chemistry. The kind that makes a grown man forget his rehearsed introduction and just stand there like a danfo in traffic. Aladdin tried everything. He sent 100 roses. She donated them to the hospital. He rented a helicopter for a date. She asked if he knew how many schools that fuel money could build. This woman was immune to nonsense, and Aladdin's entire strategy was nonsense. He bought her a diamond necklace. She asked where the diamonds were mined and whether the workers were paid fairly. At this point, Aladdin was sweating like a generator in August. Every expensive gesture bounced off this woman like NEPA bill off an empty account. Then, one evening, exhausted from trying to impress her, he made a mistake. He told the truth. He told her about Ajigunlay, about zinc rooftops and cold Eba, about selling phone chargers and dreaming bigger than his pocket allowed. And for the first time, Amina smiled. Not politely, but real. "That," she said quietly, "is the most expensive thing you've ever given me." And she was right, because truth, my friend, is the one luxury that money cannot buy and pride cannot afford. But Lagos was watching, and Lagos does not forgive success it did not authorize. The banks moved first, accounts frozen. Then investigations opened, the kind with no evidence but plenty of newspaper headlines. News anchors smiled too much, which in Nigeria means somebody has paid them to destroy you. And behind every headline, every frozen account, every whispered accusation, there was Malam Jafar, moving through Abuja corridors like smoke, whispering into the ears of senators who owed him favors. Power does not like competition, especially the kind it cannot explain. The same people who sprayed money at Aladdin's parties now denied knowing him. The 17 cousins vanished. The WhatsApp group went silent. Lagos loyalty, my friends, has the shelf life of suya in afternoon sun. Then his mother came. She took a danfo, then an okada, then walked the last stretch in her old bathroom slippers because she refused the driver Aladdin sent. She stood at the gate of the Banana Island mansion and looked at it the way you look at something that has swallowed someone you love. She walked through the marble hallways, touching nothing. She sat on a sofa that cost more than her house and said nothing for a long time. Then she looked at her son, really looked, and said, "Money don't change you, but your eyes still dey cry." That one sentence did what Jafar's entire political machinery could not. It broke him. Because mothers see past everything, past the senator outfit, past the mansion, past the performance. They see the child. And the child, that night, wept like he was 5 years old again. And so Aladdin returned to where it all began, the underground chamber beneath the old warehouse. But this time, he was not a desperate boy following a rich man's orders. He was a man who had tasted power and learned its poison. Jafar was there, of course, because villains always return to the scene of their original crime, especially when they think they've already won. He stood smirking, surrounded by mystical energy he had stolen, power borrowed from places no human should borrow from. Aladdin looked at the lamp, then at Zubairu, who appeared one final time, glowing softly like an old friend who already knew the ending. "My last wish," Aladdin said, and his voice did not shake. "Take his power, not his life, just his power." Revenge was easy. Growth was harder, and Aladdin chose harder. Jafar crumbled, not dead, but stripped of everything that made him dangerous. Just a man in an expensive agbada with nothing left inside it. Zubairu smiled, the kind of smile that holds 3,000 years of wisdom and dissolved into blue light like a prayer returning to the sky. Magic left that chamber, but something better stayed. You see, the genie gave wishes, but the wisdom? That was Aladdin's own. Earned, paid for, in full. Years passed, and if you visit Ajigunlay today, you will find something that was not there before. Schools. Clean ones, with libraries and functioning toilets, which in Nigeria is basically a miracle. A foundation runs them. You can guess whose name is on the building, but he never puts it in big letters. Aladdin's mother sits on the veranda of a modest house. Not a mansion. She refused a mansion, and watches the children walk to school every morning. Her eyes are proud now, not the proud of wealth, the proud of a son who finally became the man she raised him to be. And Amina? She is right there beside him, not because of the money, there is far less of it now, but because she saw who he was when the money was irrelevant. Real love, my friends, does not come with terms and conditions. It comes with bathroom slippers and Danfo rides and truth. So here ends our story. A boy from Ajigunlay who found a lamp, made wishes, gained the world, lost himself, and found himself again. The magic was never in the lamp, my friend. Zubairu knew that from the beginning. The real magic, the stubborn, difficult, beautiful kind, was inside Aladdin all along. Now turn off that generator, or leave Nipa go do what Nipa go do. Good night.
Did this story move you? Drop a comment and tell us your favorite line. Subscribe for more powerful African stories told like never before. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload.